Hey, what up? What up? Welcome back to Bring the Facts. You know what it is. We in the building. We up. We grinding. We grinding. Hey, we got a hot trending topic, man. This is on every major news platform. The FBI announces the takedown of the Weymouth Street Gang in Philadelphia. They simultaneously raided different blocks, specifically the Weymouth 3300 Weymouth, and it was a large scale FBI large scale narcotics raid on the Weymouth Street Gang in Philadelphia, specifically the Kensington neighborhood. I think everybody in the U.S. knows about the Kensington neighborhood. It's the largest open air drug market in the United States. Yes, it is. They got YouTube channels dedicated to this, but these guys, they're mixed race, like they're Puerto Ricans, some blacks, whites, and stuff like that, but mostly Hispanics. But the founder, he's actually from Puerto Rico. He's not even from Philadelphia. FBI announces, yeah, they hit for bricks. They hit, yeah, man, they hit. A major drug bust in Philadelphia resulted in the indictment of 33 members of the Weymouth Street drug trafficking organization accused of distributing large quantities of fentanyl, heroin, cocaine, crack cocaine over nearly a decade. The FBI conducted raids in the Kensington neighborhood, marking this as one of the largest federal indictments in the area in this century. Huge, man. Yeah, man, boy. These dudes they've been busting it down for 10 years, boy. Yeah, day for day. They got hella bodies too on their ops and stuff like that. Anybody who sells in that neighborhood, they eliminate them. Yeah, man. These dudes are crazy, man. They're not playing, dude. Let me just say, this organization, Weymouth Street Gang, them boys is not playing, boy. If you sell in their turf, they'll eliminate the competition. They have hella bodies on their ops, man. Yeah, but this is breaking. The two leaders is Jose Antonio Morales Neves, and the second in command is Raymond Roman Montanez. Yeah, they were indicted in connection with the drug trafficking organization. Yeah, these dudes ain't playing, dude. Yeah, this is a line of drug addicts lining up to go buy narcotics from them in one of their stash houses and shit, man. Yeah, dude, this shit is wild, man. I can believe it, man. But these dudes was all on social media. They was flashy and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna say that's the reason that got them. It's people in the neighborhood kept complaining on them. That's what reason. The reason I do these videos, man, is because to drill home to my people, man, the drug game is over. It's over because 47 says so, and it doesn't match up with the cashless society that's coming. I'm just bringing you the facts. Don't hate the messenger, man. But the drug game's dead, man. That shit over with, man. But yeah, let's get into this article. CBS News, Philadelphia. The FBI in Philadelphia's top federal prosecutor announced Friday the takedown of the Weymouth Street drug trafficking organization that they say was ran just like a business and peddled in poison for more than over a decade. U.S. Attorney David Metcalf and the FBI said 33 people, including the two top group's leaders, Jose Antonio Morales Nueves and Ramon Roman Montanez, were indicted in connection with the drug trafficking organization. Metcalf said 24 people were arrested simultaneously Friday in Philadelphia, Delaware, New Jersey, Puerto Rico, with the vast majority happening in Kensington. 8 other people were already in state and federal custody, and investigators are still looking for one person, Metcalf said. Law enforcement agents recovered dozens of guns off the streets, including assault rifles, and seized substantial volumes of pure fentanyl and other narcotics at different locations associated with the suspect, Metcalf said. This case takes place at the crossroads and with violence, Metcalf said. We are here with a loud and unmistakable message that we are reclaiming these neighborhoods for the people who live and work here. We're taking back what the defendants allegedly have stolen from the community, which is peace, prosperity, and law and order. Metcalf said the Weymouth Street Gang sold and distributed pure fentanyl, crack cocaine, cocaine, and fentanyl for over a decade in one of the most notorious, prolific segments of an open-air drug market in Kensington. The allegations date back to at least January 2016, court documents say. The court documents allege the gang would brand their drugs with their own personal stamp, known to its customers and other drug trafficking organizations. Morales Nueves was described as the gang's ringleader, who essentially owned 3100 block of Weymouth Street, Metcalf said. The 45-year-old Puerto Rican native allowed other members of other street gangs to sell narcotics and drugs on the block for rent. The U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. Court documents allege Morales Nueves protected his members with the threat of violence, and he allegedly also threatened other drug dealers who attempted to sell in the gang's territory. According to court documents, Roman Martinez is alleged to have run the gang's day-to-day operations, directing its revenue, organized a schedule for different drug dealers, and curated its drug supply. Metcalf said curated means he'll go out and he'll buy the work for the organization and stuff at a large quantity. They ran it just like a business, but they also ran it, as the director alluded, by violence, by fear, and by threats. Metcalf said they enforced their territory with the threats of assaults, multiple shootings, and even murder. They threatened anyone who talked or cooperated with law enforcement. Federal law enforcement shared the images of what they say were customers lining up on Weymouth Street as the gang allegedly handed out free drug samples. Another picture shows what federal prosecutors are describing as a music video showing a gang member holding a handgun with an extended magazine on a stoop outside what they call a bunker. Court documents allege the gang had an established schedule to distribute to its members in written form via verbal or phone communication. The schedule included which days and time each member would be working in a specific area. According to court documents, members had assigned roles within the organization, such as block owners, caseworkers, street dealers, runners, lookouts, among others, according to court documents. According to court documents, the drug trafficking organization also operated on the corner of F and Clementine Street, E and Wisehart Streets, and the 3000 block of Porter Street. The gang is alleged to have used stash houses throughout the Philadelphia area to store mass quantities of drugs temporarily, and sometimes package narcotics at these locations to be distributed. Court documents say the gang used cell phones and encrypted apps like WhatsApp to communicate and would regularly carry multiple cell phones. They also used coded language referring to police officers on patrol as walkers, drug proceeds as tickets, and heroin and fentanyl as slow, letna, and L. According to court documents, this is one of the largest, most impressive gang takedowns that I've ever seen, FBI Kash Patel said. Not only are we removing guns and gang members, robbers, and firearms, we are also removing an entire coordinated section of gang violence permanently off the streets of Philadelphia. Wow, this is crazy, dude. Yeah, man. They're not playing, dude. Like I told you, the drug game is over. It's been over, man, but this is directly a result from the pandemic, man. When all those niggas were busting, everybody was getting PPP money and stuff like that. And anyways, a lot of people were selling fentanyl and stuff like that. This is directly related to the overdose that was started during the pandemic and stuff. A lot of people died. I think 500,000 people died throughout the United States just in that time period, just in that year or something like that. It was 300,000 to 500,000 overdose deaths, some resulting in death also and stuff. But yeah, man, this shit's wild. They're not playing about this fentanyl, man. They're not playing about especially organized drug dealing and stuff like that, especially organized drug trafficking organization. They're not playing. FBI Federal Director Kash Patel, he flew out from Washington, D.C. to be part of this raid. That's how big this raid was. And they say more arrests are coming, man. Yeah, dude, it's wild, man. They didn't detail like the exact weights of how much how much drugs that they found, but you could see there was bricks, there was packages, there was cash, there was all types of guns and stuff like that. I don't know what these guys name. I don't know what the rapper's name. They said they were shooting music videos and stuff. So if somebody from Philadelphia, from the Kensington area that knows what rapper was part of this organization, just leave it in the comments, man, if you can, man, so I could do a part 2 on this. That neighborhood, that's $1 million block, man. Those are $1 million blocks in Kensington, man. These dudes was getting in some serious cash, man. I really hope that dude saved his money, man. He put his money up, man, but we'll see. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. All that YouTube stuff. Peace.